Okay, so now I'm going to sew the hem on the skirt, and I've pinned it here to keep it nice and straight. But I'm going to do the catch stitch, and I'm going to do just the regular catch stitch that you can see on top. This is it's a really sturdy stitch for hemming, but it's quite thready on the top. But because we have a lining, it will cover it up. It's also, I want you to try this stitch, because if you end up doing a hair canvas or putting in an interfacing into your jacket that stops at the seam, then this is how you would stitch it at the seam. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in under, well, I'm just going to come in under here a little ways, and I'm going to pick up like less than an eighth, closer to between a 16th and an eighth. Okay, and then what you're doing is your needle is pointing this way, but you're moving this way. So it creates this little funny little line. Okay, so you want to go down over about like 3/8, and then down about 1/2 inch to 3/8, and then it's kind of a slight eighth. And again, your needle points this way, and then you come over, but you're working this way. So if you do a quarter and then a quarter, that means you're 1/2 inch between that stitch. So you want to do about like 1/2 inch from where you started, and then you're going to come over this way. You're going to come down about 1/2 inch, over about a quarter, and do this. And this is, like I said, it's a really nice stitch. It keeps the, and now when you come over here though, be careful. Like when I say a quarter, actually, because now see, I was on here, so it didn't matter. But now that I'm here on the skirt, I don't want this to show. So I'm only going to pick up 2 or 3 threads. And then I'll come down here, and see, I'll come down over a quarter, down close to a 1/2 inch, and now I can pick up more of an eighth. And move that out of the way. And see, again, my needle goes this way, but I'm going this direction. So, and you just pick it up just right kind of where your hem hits the skirt, and then come over about a quarter down. So you're like, see how you're about a 1/2 inch from here. And they call it a catch stitch because, I don't know, you're making little X's. It should be called an X stitch. But you can see, and it, like I said, it's a nice stitch. Now, if you were doing this on a hem, see how thready that would be? With this coming over, it doesn't matter. But if you were doing this as a blind, then you would go down like this, and you would go kind of do the same thing. But we're gonna do it this way because this will be good prep for your jacket in case you end up using an interfacing where you need this stitch. And it should be in your Reader's Digest. We'll have to check. Anyway, it's a great stitch.